And Tanner, that's how Jesus saved the day
Really?
and the world.
Well, I can't wait to share with you guys
Hmm.
about what Zach has just revelated from the scriptures.
Yeah, I forgot that we were filming right there, so sorry about that. But yeah, we were just finishing up how really Jesus saved the day and the world.
Well, welcome to our live party here on the internet. We're just coming to you from Zach's living room. It's 2:05 in the afternoon on Monday. And hey, welcome to the party.
Hey, we are glad you guys joined with us right now, like 6 hours from now.
Since we haven't seen any of you in 2 weeks or more, just a refresher, I'm Tanner,
And I am Zach.
fearless leader of Chi Alpha.
You may not recognize me right now because if you realize I did something different with my hair this morning.
Zach's been getting antsy on quarantine.
Yeah, essentially my haircut guy, Clark, I love you. But he messaged me the other day and said, well, it was about a week ago, said, hey, Zach, I'm not going to be in the shop for the next 2 weeks. I said, oh, shoot. And then we're on quarantine for the next 30 days, so I got desperate and I cut my hair.
In the kitchen sink. All right, we're rambling. Zach, what are we doing with this video update? What's the idea behind it? Why are we doing this? Clearly, we've had some global events that have relegated us to the online platform.
Yes. A lot of things have changed since last time we saw everybody, but really the goal and the hope and the vision is that we still want to be as connected as we can with you guys, with people, with each other. And obviously right now, things are changing weekly, things are changing daily. So we just, every Monday night, we still want to have a video and we want to have some sort of teaching slash connecting point for us to, connect and touch base with people throughout the week. And really just want to continue to do as much as we can together corporately as we can. So I guess that's really what we're trying to do.
I love that. So regardless of what platform you're watching on, we're going to try and be on Facebook. We're going to try and be on Instagram or YouTube. Let us know as you're watching this what works for you best. Put some comments down there about how we can be better. This is obviously a very new thing for us. If you know of any other platforms that you want to see this on, just, again, let us know, text us, or whatever. So, I guess, Zach, let's move into some meat here. This is not Video Monday light.
No, it's not. No, it's
We're going
not.
to get deep, kind of. We are. In the fall, if you guys remember, and Zach, I want you to kind of jog our memory on this a little bit. We talked a lot about what it means to be Chi Alpha. How do we view the kingdom? And we went through some core values over a number of weeks. And so we just jog our memory as, we're connecting in a disconnected way. What does it mean to be a part of Chi Alpha?
Yes. Yeah, so at the beginning of the year, I spoke really on what our core values are. And as Chi Alpha, our three main core values are we are worship, we are family, and we are mission. So we took 3 weeks and we really just broke those down. But very quickly, worship is it's not just singing songs, but we want to live in actual devotion to God. That's what we see worship is. It's not just singing, but it's actually living in devotion to God. Family, we want to live in true community. So that's what we've really been trying to do with Monday nights, with D groups, with just weekly hangouts, just trying to live in true family with each other. The last one is mission, and that is really sharing the gospel with not only the people around us, but really to the ends of the earth, and really, just trying to share the gospel with anyone and everyone.
Yeah, I love that. That's good to hear. Good for me to always be thinking about what do we see in Scripture as we are trying to live out this kingdom community. But if you guys are anything like me, I really like big ideas and then struggle with the application. And so, Zach, as our fearless leader, what is Chi Alpha going to be doing over the next, finishing out this semester and over the summer, so that we can tangibly apply these principles? How can we apply worship and family and mission again in this pandemic age? What are we going to be doing?
Yeah. Well, this is definitely uncharted territories for not only campus ministry, but I'd say anybody in general. Nobody's ever really been through a pandemic before. Nope. So
unless our great-great-grandparents are still living in, the Spanish flu of 1920.
Correct. So really, we want to try to keep as many things going as normal as possible. So D groups, we still want to do D groups.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Yeah, we still want to do D groups. Obviously, we can't meet together, but we want to do it whether it be FaceTime, getting together with your D group with FaceTime or Zoom, whatever it looks like. We still, every week, we want to do, again, teachings on a Monday night. So we'll be releasing videos. That way we can still get some sort of, teaching from, what we're reading, what we're experiencing with God, to you guys. And then, missionally, we want to really challenge you guys to even the people that you're around, probably at this point, your family, to how can you be missional towards your family? And if you're not, and if you're like, well, my family loves Jesus, is well, great, we can still talk about Jesus with our family, but also like, this is a great time to connect with people, friends from high school, friends from college, and really, people want to talk about a lot of things right now. And I think people are more open to hearing about Jesus than probably ever right now. I think because
desperate times a lot of times call forth different desires, and people become more open when they really feel this like dire need. It's almost like this existential crisis, and people that previously were not interested or whatever it is find themselves in need of some help.
Yes.
One thing, Zach, that I want to touch on really quickly before we move into the next section of this video is, what about our weekly meetings? A lot of you know that we really take intentional time each week to try and meet with each one of you to talk about life and then get into all those details and to process through life together. How can we continue to have like these one-on-one style meetings?
Yeah. Definitely, we still want to do as many one-on-ones with people as possible. We want to stay as connected as possible. So again, it just looks like different forms. So definitely, we want to do probably look like FaceTime. Just FaceTime each other weekly. Like, hey, what are you reading in the Word this week? Hey, what's God doing in your life? And actually, still being accountable to each other and really trying to walk things through each other. Like for example, I'm gonna ask several guys, hey, what are the books of the Bible? Have you guys had a chance to finish that recently? Have you memorized it? But really,
boys, you know who you are. If you don't have it memorized yet, you better get on it quick.
But really, it's still challenging and walking through things with people. It may not be, again, like me and you're doing right now, but over FaceTime or whatever it looks like. Still want to do that stuff.
Awesome. I hope you guys will just work with us as we navigate, again, like Zach's saying, uncharted territory. And it's different for all of us, staff included. We've never done this before. And so we're going to do our very best to continue to serve you guys and hope that we all grow closer in God together. Zach, we've talked a lot about ideas. We've talked about practical application. Nicole, our producer in the background, is telling us that our time is running short. Encourage us with, Zach, like where can we look in the Bible as again we're navigating these times? What can we look in? Like, do you have a verse for us? Do you have like some sort of scripture reference as we're going forward?
You saw me we were just reading the Bible together. I got verses.
The study Bible was out. Open it up. What do we got?
Well, I got it up here as well, but it's
written on his heart, ladies.
Written on my heart. No, really, for this time, I think there's one or two ways we can go. And really what we feel like the Lord has even spoken, not only at the beginning of the year, but even right now specifically, is like in Joshua 3:5, he says, he's speaking to the people and he says, consecrate yourselves today, for tomorrow the Lord will do great wonders among you. And really feeling like this as a time where we can set our lives apart for God. That's what consecration means. It means to set your life apart for God. So what does that look like? What does that mean? It means I want to be doing things that are godly. I want to do things that will bring me closer to God. I want to be different than the world and the people around me. I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing, it's actually bringing me closer to God and not distancing myself from God.
Yeah.
And really, in this time, looking at our lives and like, how can I draw near to God? How can I be closer to God? Is this producing nearness to God? Am I truly abiding in God? Again, this year we talked about a lot just abiding with God. John 15, it's like, abide in me and I will abide in you. If you live with me, I will live with you. We have, again, a unique opportunity right now, a crazy opportunity, where everything has been cut out. There's no sports, there's no social gatherings, there's not anything. So we could press into God, That's one option. Or we could press into Netflix. We could press into YouTube. We could press into social media and just scroll and scroll and scroll.
News feeds.
Newsfeed. I'm guilty of it. Like I've been at home too much, and I find myself doing that. What happens? I get depressed because there's not a lot of good stuff on that anyway. So it's like we could either use this time to press into God, or we can really just numb ourselves almost with movies, entertainment, and all this other, I don't know, just things we really waste our time with.
Yeah. So I hear all of that, Zach. Honestly, just to be honest, that sounds a little bit different than what I'm hearing in a lot of Christian circles, what I'm seeing on social media, like praying for peace or through anxiety or people feeling fearful, even like a lot of people praying for like miraculous healing or a removal of this virus. We know God can do all of those things. Mm-hmm. Consecration just sounds a little bit different. So can you help me track through that a little bit?
Yeah. I think we totally believe all those things. They're absolutely right. God can provide peace through this time. God can do, we don't have to live in fear. Obviously, it's like, yeah, agree 100% with that. But in order to do that, I think we have to do something. We can't just live the way everybody else is living. I just can't binge on Netflix for 12 hours a day and then expect not to be full of fear or full of anxiety. Why? Because I'm not doing anything different. That is what the world is doing. That is what everybody else is doing. If we want to see different results in our lives, and we need to do things differently, and we need to be set apart for God, I think. And that's really the opportunity we have. It is to press into God, and then absolutely I don't think we'll be fearful. Press into God, and I don't think we'll have anxiety. Press into God, and actually we might hear His voice. If we get rid of all this other stuff, if we do things different than what's being preached everywhere else, it's like I think that's really what the unique opportunity we have right now is to, all right, God, I got nothing else to do for a month. I might as well press into you.
I think what I hear you saying, Zach, as we wrap up, is that now is a time unlike any that we've ever experienced in history, and we can either utilize it for our detriment or we can utilize it to glorify God. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really good to hear. What do we need to do? Yeah. How can we apply this idea of consecration?
Yeah, one, I think doing it together is super important. So even with D group guys, D group girls, with what can you guys do together? Like, what are we reading? Let's read stuff together. Hey, what are we? Is there anybody I need to share this with from high school? Is there anybody with my family I need to share this stuff with? So actually, I think being proactive in things is huge, and just doing it with each other as much as possible. It'd be very difficult to do it just myself, but I have you, I have Paul, I have my wife. I got a lot of people I can do this with.
Yeah.
So I think that's one, we have to do it together. So one, I want to challenge you guys to, hey, call your D group, see how they are doing. How are they doing during this time? Hey, call somebody, talk with your family about things. Hey, what is the Lord teaching you? What are you reading? Well, talk to your family about it. And maybe they're open to it for the first time ever. But really want to challenge you guys, one, to reach out to other people, whether that be your D group or whether that be friends or family. I'd say that'd be the step, is to be proactive in it and not just, okay, I'm going to consecrate myself. It's going to be all me. Okay, we need to do something as well. Get our eyes off ourselves and kind of reach out to other people as much as we can.
That sounds good. That's what I'm going to be doing. Boys, expect a call from me sometime in the next week.
Yes. No, everybody, really. Expect your D group leader to get a hold of you in the next day or two, really. Yeah. Just to really get the ball rolling as quickly as possible with D groups, with Chi Alpha again.
This is just a total side note before we wrap up. I saw this church sign in rural Arkansas that had the letterboard out front. It said, "Times changed. God didn't." Times changed. Chi Alpha doesn't. So,
the truth.
Thanks for watching with us tonight. Be sure to catch us next Monday, roughly around the same time, and we will be bringing the word, some encouragement, hopefully some laughs along the way. Good to see you guys. Catch you next week. Corona 5.